some people here have been on the show. I can see one right there, Ruchi, of First Moms Club. So we've got lots of, I know, mommy communities and people who are experts in the field. Another thing I always say when I host my show is, I'm no expert. I'm a regular mom. I'm learning all the time. I make millions of mistakes. I question myself all the time. My kids are now 5 and 7. Just last night I was almost in tears because I did something that I think was wrong. And my husband had to say, relax. And now that my kids are older, they say, Mama, chill. So I think, you know, this anxiety kind of does go with you. So I think we'll start with this anxiety question. So Jeans, starting with you, when you were pregnant and perhaps soon after you had your first son, did you have anxiety? Did you feel people would stress you? Sometimes almost intentionally, you know, people coming to say, are you ready? Are you prepared?
Yeah.
Did that happen?
You know, Tara, even if they didn't do it intentionally, by a certain conversation in the room, I would get stressed. Certain things that, am I doing it the right way?
Yeah.
There's certain things, see, as in life, I think whether you're a woman or whether you're an individual or whether you're a human being, you all come with a certain set of qualities. And being a mom is no different. You come with another set of qualities, and which may not be the same as you, or you may not be the same as me. But when you're in that room and everyone's discussing about certain things, you're like, am I doing the right thing? Because maybe I'm not doing what that mom is doing, you know? And that questioning yourself, which I think is also important in a certain way. I think it's nice to question yourself once in a while. I just think it's not nice to lose confidence in yourself. And I think the first 2 months go in with a lot of things. I mean, be it breastfeeding or be it, you know, choosing the right kind of products. Everything makes a difference to a new mom, and also the fact that she's gone through so much, and you know. But I think after that, what I realized is my child can only be happy if I'm a happy mom.
Absolutely. I think
So, yeah, so that's one of the things where I decided that, yeah, everyone's trying to help out and no one means bad. Probably I'm taking it in the wrong way, or, you know, someone else is. But I need to filter just like I would do in life. Like, you know, you get a zillion opinions even when you're an actor or even when you're not. But eventually you have to do what works for you, and you will go wrong. It's not like you won't go wrong. There'll be days that you will do the wrong thing, but you'll correct yourself, and so what? That's what happens with being a mom as well. You don't intentionally set out to do anything. I mean, I'm sorry, you all have loads of experience, I'm sure, but from my little 2.5 years, this is what I feel, and you know, I like feeling that way. I like feeling a sense of, you know.
do you feel that there's a bit of an information overload when it comes to communities, blogs, shows, research, Google? Do you think as a new mom, like, do you actually look at all that, or do you decide that you're only going to listen to your mom and maybe yourself? Or do you have some trusted things that you refer to, like maybe books or?
You know, Tara, I think information is there because we look at it. So it's only there because there is a certain section that needs it. And I think, why not? I mean, today I have help. I mean, I have my mom, I have my mother-in-law, both there. But there are so many families that just have a mom, dad, and their child. And they do depend and they do need a little bit of advice here and there. It's how much you filter, how much you don't. I think even when you're in school, you have a whole lot of things when you're appearing for your main exams, like your SSC or your whatever, you know. And at that point in time also, there's like, do this test, do that test, but you do what you feel is going to help you. So in the same way, there will be loads of information, there will be a lot of things, and why not? Like, I read a lot, I read everything. I don't take everything that's there. And like Dr. Pai said, that it's very important to have your own instinct work for you.
Absolutely.
And that can only happen if you're confident and if you're happy.
Absolutely.
You know, so if you somehow, like I remember telling someone, you know, now I'm 4 months and I think I need to have a little bit of recreation. May not be like to go and sit in the park and chill, but just maybe, you know, exercise or do something for yourself. Everyone was like, no, you're still feeding. Are you crazy? You know, this will go down, that will go down and all. I was like, no, nothing goes down, you know. It's just you feeling a lot more energized to look after your child the rest of the day. And the child is sleeping, the child is taken care of. And a lot of people will say a lot of things, and I don't think they mean bad. They mean well for your child. But maybe that's not what you want, you know, at the end of the day.
And I think what you touch upon is so important about having time for yourself. And I think that's where...
I mean, that's the only time you'll probably get. I don't think you can ever get, once you're a mom, I don't think you can ever get the entire day. And you don't think you want it as well.
You don't want it. As Ruchi said when we walked in, it's interesting that, you know, the conversation is about the real mums. Now, of course, everyone compliments the baby, but the reality is it's the parents who are, you know, whose life
Once
perhaps
you deliver,
changes.
no one asks you how you're doing also.
What are the kids doing?
What are the kids
How's the
doing?
child? Like, Mama, me, I exist.
So now going back to that you exist, when you starting your next film? Yes. Oh. No, do you, I mean, because as I said, the statistic that comes out of the Baby Dove Global Survey actually says that India has the highest percentage, 54% of women who want to go back to work, which I found quite interesting. Because having done this show, as I said, for 4 seasons, we have a lot of working women coming on the show, mothers going back to work, mompreneurs who've started their own enterprises, being a mother and an entrepreneur. So what's your view on going back to work?
I don't think I ever left work, Tara, you know. I mean, this is work at the end of the day. I have a 4-month son. I'm here at an event.
Absolutely.
I was there at an event for my first time around after 3 months. I don't think you don't work. And I think as a mom, you do something or the other, which is a lot of work. It may not be acting. It may not be, you know, certain things. I have a production house. I've just produced a song. I've on my way to producing 2 films. You are producing your show, acting in a show. So I think we all work. Maybe the nature is a bit different. Like, I'd be grateful to do a film today also. And the thing is, it's no more that you can't do it. Like both of us do. We take our children everywhere. Like, you know, I don't think my son is, you know, particular, and I don't stop him from running around and having fun. I was shooting on Sunday. He was there on sets both my children. So every time I needed to feed, I would do that. You just love, and I think women in general can multitask so well that you never really, you know, have a problem. And on a day that you need to do a little more work, I'm grateful that my husband understands that it's our child together. And he's there. Like this morning, I had to be at home and I couldn't drop my son to school. He did it. He does it every morning. He wakes up early, though he has worked the rest of the day, because he does understand that I wake up in the middle of the night as well. And I think once you have that kind of thing going, and you know, you can do anything at any point in time. Yeah, sure, maybe it's a bit restrictive and you can't go out on a Wednesday or a Friday, but so what? I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing.
You stop even wanting to, actually.
Yeah, you stop wanting to. You'll still enjoy a Saturday better. You'll enjoy Monday probably better when you go out. It's just about being content, I think, at the end of the day. And yeah, honestly, like if a product like Baby Dove teaches you that you can be rest assured that this baby wipe is a good baby wipe and this soap is a good soap, then mentally you're so much more at peace. So I think it's important to gather the right kind of information. Like when we're talking about mums and mother-in-laws, honestly, I never had an issue with either my mom or my mother-in-law. I think because they both came from a zone where they understood that you are the mom, we'll do what you tell us to, you know, and my mom and mother-in-law get along much better. So, you know, I didn't have that issue, but yet there were things that I wanted to do my way, and it wasn't like not advised or stopped or restricted. But what I did is I take my mom, I take my mother-in-law where I go. If I need them to hear something from a doctor, like from my pediatrician, I'll take them there. I'll explain to them, I'll talk to them. I think as much as we are evolving as moms, they are evolving as grandmoms. It's their first time too, you know? So though this entire process looks all complex and, you know, crazy, and you can't work and you can't do this and you're doing the wrong thing and it's really simple. It's just up to you to make it that simple.